Good afternoon. It's Monday, and today I thought we would start the week with a little bit of drawing. So I'm using my iPad, but you'll be using paper. First thing that you want to do, we're going to draw a pretty cool flower today. First thing that you want to do is choose what you're going to use. Are you going to use markers? Are you going to use crayons, color pencils, paint? All right, so first you go and choose your tools and what you want. So me, I'm using markers, okay? And plus I'm on a computer, so my flower is going to be a little different from yours, okay? Also, I can do something really cool like this and just color my whole background. You're going to have to do that all by yourself. All right, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose black and get my pen, and I'm going to draw a circle right in the middle of my paper. It does not have to be a perfect circle, but try your best. If you want, you could even trace around a bowl or a cup too. Okay, so what we're going to do now, it's a little bit like a clock, is I'm going to draw a triangle shape right up here at the top. Okay, so that's at the top, and now I'm just going to do the same at the bottom. Now I'm going to do one on the right side, and I'm going to do one on the left side like that. And now I have these 4 spaces right here. I'm going to do 4 more triangles in those spaces. So going from the bottom of one triangle to the bottom of another. Same here, and same here. So even mine looks a little messy. It's okay because you're going to be adding so much detail into your flower that in the end it's still going to look really, really cool. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to do some smaller triangles in all of these spaces, okay? So I'm going to start about halfway up the triangle and just do a little one like this. See, it's starting to look a little bit like, almost like a sunflower. Uh-oh, what's that? I think that's my alarm. Excuse me. Alright, so let's just keep going around like that. If you make some messy lines, I have a few messy lines in mine, that's okay. I can always fix that later. Okay, so that is the shape of our flower. Now it's time to add some detail. So what I'm going to do is, on my big triangles, I'm just going to draw a line, okay, on the middle there, like that. So it almost looks a little bit more like a leaf. I'm going to do that on all the big ones, just like this. So it's starting to look better and better all the time, and I'm not going to do it on the small ones yet. So what I also want to think about is I want to think about what kind of middle am I going to have. So I'm going to do something a little strange. I'm going to draw just different size little circles here. And you can really do whatever you want. But this is going to look pretty cool in the end when I color it all in. Okay, and I can do more of those later. So we got little things, maybe they're little dinosaur eggs, maybe this is space, I don't know. It's up to you, it's your drawing. Okay, now so on the big triangles, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some lines going this way, but uh-oh, wait a second. Remember, when you're going to be using black for lines, what you want to do first is color. So I'm going to choose a cool color for my flower petals. Let's see, I want like a yellow. Okay, so, and with my computer I can just drag this color in like that. So I'm going to put yellow on all of the left sides. You see that didn't work because I didn't fill it in properly. So I gotta make sure that line touches the bottom. Okay. Alright, go back to my yellow, and I'm just gonna drop yellow in on the left side. So that'll be one side of color. Just like that. Whoop, that didn't work. Oh, this is a little messy. Back to black. So it really helps to be careful in the beginning. Alright, try that again. Drag that in there. This one goes there. This one goes right here. And we got one more. Cool. Now I have one side yellow. Now let's choose a darker color for the other side. So I'm going to go with this red, dark orange. Okay, we're going to put that on the other side. So remember, if you're using markers especially, or paint, you have to do this part first before you start adding black lines of detail. Because if you do the black lines first, then you're going to have to color all of that space in by yourself. Okay, now that since we're just doing this, let's choose the back color for the smaller triangles. Oh, why did that happen? See, we have one line there that's not filled in. It doesn't touch. So I'm going to do that now. Make sure all these touch. Okay, that looks pretty good. This one definitely does not touch. And that's fine. And remember, my drawing's going to be a little messy because I'm just trying to go fast to show you all the different steps. Okay, let's go back to that pink we had. And let's drop that right in there. Drop that there. Drop that there. And here. And just work our way all the way around. When you're doing a drawing like this, you're really just going step by step. It's not a race at all. You're really just taking your time and trying to make it really good. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to black. I'm ready to do my details, and I'll go up here, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm just doing lines in this direction. Okay, and I'm not going to do both sides yet because I want to just see what it looks like. Alright, and turn. And turn. Always turning my paper. Turn. And once you practice this, you can really do any kind of pattern you want. You can also try and remember some of the patterns when we were learning about Egypt. So look at that, that's already looking really cool. So I like that. So it kind of looks like a pyramid. So I'm going to go down the other way now, and I'm going to try to just match these lines. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you can see that even with a messy drawing like this, where the lines are kind of a little bit more scribbly and messy, it still looks good because you're adding more detail. And when you add more detail and more lines in your drawings are more interesting. They're more fun to look at, and people will take more time to really look at all the different things in your drawing. So what we're doing here is we're just adding detail to our flower just to make it more interesting. Okay, I think we have one more. Okay, now we need, that's looking pretty cool. Now I want to do a pattern on these middle triangles, and I'm just going to do like a little wavy line like that. You could do a zigzag line, you can do really anything you want. But I think this is going to be a nice change from all these straight lines. So you always want to kind of change using different patterns. And you see, this is why we colored in all of our triangles first, so that when we get black goes right on top. Okay, now I have those lines. I think I'm going to change the color a little bit. Let's go for like a blue. Okay, so I'm going to drag that in here, and I hope it works. That looks great. And once you've got your first color down with markers, use another color that you can mix, right? So if you used something like yellow, well, if you add a blue, well, it's going to be green. Or think about that. Sometimes mixing colors makes a really beautiful drawing and more interesting. Okay, go around this way. There we go. And that is looking pretty cool. I like it. Okay, so what should we do next? Well, let's think about this middle part here. Now, what I wanted to do with the middle is keep, just do so many little black circles and try and color them in later, but I don't think I'm gonna have time. So I can do something like this. And then later, you can do anything you want. You could do little spirals inside them. You could do more circles inside them and color each circle. I'm just trying to give you guys a couple ideas. Okay, there's one more part of my flower that I want to do, just to make it really stand up, is I'm gonna draw a little line and a circle on that side. Do that there. Do that here, go back and do that there, up here, and up like that. And I will color those in later. Oh, I missed one, like that. So these are just some ideas for you to try. But remember, what the most important step is, we started with our circle and we did a triangle at the top, the bottom, the left, the right, big triangles like this, and then we did smaller triangles in the back. And once you have that shape, you can really just do anything you want. You could even keep going and put more triangles. So let's see what that looks like. If you just keep going around and around with triangles, see, even the white now looks kind of cool in the back. So this is just one idea for a flower. And there's really no wrong way to do this, because all you're doing is adding more and more detail to it. You could even trace around here. You're really just adding more and more lines to it. Okay? So there's a basic, simple, cool flower for you guys to try. And remember, choose your art tools first. And also think about what colors you want. I'm not going to use too many colors on this. Right now I have 4, and I'm pretty happy with that. So I might just keep using these 3 or 4 colors that I have and just a black marker on top. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, and I would love to see your flowers. Take a picture and show us. Bye-bye.